Just because you're angry does not mean you have to project that anger onto other people. Doesn't mean you have to transfer that anger onto others. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Debbie's Space. How are you? How are you doing? Nice to be here once again. So let's just get right into it. So basically, like I said before, just because you are angry, just because you feel some certain type of way, does not mean you have to transfer that anger onto others. I think there's a certain kind of beauty in treating everyone with a certain kind of lightness, with a smile, with yes, especially people that are strangers, not necessarily strangers, but people that you have like you don't know them, but you have daily interactions with them. People like food sellers or people that are behind the sales people. I think there's a way you can treat them with a smile, a laugh. You can just make their whole day better, even with just a single smile. Because we have no idea actually what people are going through. And sometimes you can see it in their eyes, you can see it in the way they work, you can see it in the way they talk or answer you. Sometimes you can just see it in their eyes that something is actually wrong with this person. And you know that you can't go on and ask, oh, what's wrong with you? Or you self might also be going through a lot and you're thinking, I can't ask you what's wrong with you. I'm also going through a lot. But I think we can try and offer each other smiles. We can actually try and offer each other patience. Even if you can't offer a smile, you can offer patience. There are times when you notice that okay, somebody is not up to it that day. Somebody is not functioning at the capacity that they usually function or functioning at the capacity that you want them to function to. That does not mean that because of that you have to treat them with a certain kind of rudeness. Doesn't mean you have to treat them with rudeness. You can choose to just be patient with them. Okay, you're being too slow in getting me this, but I can choose to be patient with you. Okay, you're not performing up to how I want you to perform. You even if you are not satisfied with that, you don't have to be rude about it. You can actually just come gently and nicely and say, "Oh, please, could you just speed this up? I have somewhere to be. Oh, please, could you just be quick about it?" Or you can say it in a nice way, because imagine somebody else is having a bad day, right? You're having a bad day. Two of you are having a bad day. Yet you both choose to meet each other with respect. You both choose to speak to one another with respect, to handle your interaction with respect. What happens is that at that moment, you can either do two things. You can end up lightening each other's hearts, or at the very least, you're not adding to each other's problems. Yet, imagine someone else is already having a bad day. You two, you're also having a bad day. You two come together and you display rudeness to each other. What happens? You both have added to your bad day. So when you're replaying your bad days of, oh, today was not a very good day, you're going to be adding that there was this worker or there was this person that was just so rude, that was just so mean. I don't even understand where or how they were rude from. But the truth is that we can actually just help each other out by being better, by treating each other with respect. So another thing that I think is really important is that as humans, we should actually learn to care about other people's emotions too. Yeah, sometimes some people can't read emotions, but when you can notice another person's emotions, I think it's important that we care about each other's emotions. I say this because there are times when you can see that, oh, a person is not looking all right, a person is not looking good. You don't have to always go and meet up with that person and ask what's going on. You can actually choose to just leave the person alone. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do for a person, to just leave them and let them be. And maybe later come up to them and ask them if they're okay. But there are some people that they can definitely see that something is wrong, but they don't care. They literally don't care about the fact that you're not okay. They will still come to you with whatever they have. They will still come to you with whatever they need, basically. And when they're coming to you, when you give them an attitude of, oh, I'm not okay, I'm not all right, they tend to get upset. There are actually people that get upset about the fact that you are upset and cannot tolerate them. You cannot handle them at that particular instance. Don't be that person. Don't be like those people. Everybody needs space to breathe. Everybody needs air to breathe once in a while. You can notice it when somebody is looking down, and you can actually choose to mind what you say. You can choose to mind the things you say around them, because there are some people that say some things that are things that are not necessary to other people. Maybe they don't do it on purpose. Maybe they do it on purpose. But either way, that's not treating people right. Okay, sometimes we have the tendency to think like, I'm going through something, and what I'm going through now is a lot more than what another person is going through. But we shouldn't have that mentality. We shouldn't think that, okay, what I'm going through is more than what another person is going through, because you actually have no idea what another person is going through. Let me give you a story, an instance. I remember this day I went to get some food, right, at the cafeteria. And for some reason, the worker was just making things a little bit difficult, right? And I was really angry because I was so tired from a lot of stressful activities. I was really, really tired. So I came and I just wanted to get my food and go. But the worker was just being a little bit, something. So I was with my friend and I was like, why is he acting like this and everything? And she was like, well, maybe because I wanted to get food for her too. And she was like, I shouldn't worry about getting her own food too. That is fine. And maybe him too is also going through something. I was like, well, he didn't go through the type of stress that I went through. But then I realized what she said was actually right. It doesn't make sense to be comparing, oh, I'm going through this and you're going through that. Like, we're all people going through things. We should learn to treat each other better, be more patient. We need to learn this act of patience with each other. We need to learn how to be more patient with each other. I think it's a beautiful thing where you learn to treat others in the right way. I remember Matthew 7, verse 12 talks about how we should treat others the same way we want to be treated. That's what he says. So do unto others how you want to be done unto you too. Always, I think that's a mentality that we should all have. It's a way we should look at life. Well, anyways, that's just it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Tune in next time. Bye.